What's up, everyone? This is Exit and Emergency 20. We start off with one of the best emergency lights I think Lithonia has ever made. This is the Lithonia ELMLT High Lumen Output Emergency Light. It is very, very high quality. I would say it even rivals the Dual Light EVHC emergency light. And it's very nice. It's packed with a lot of features, and it's phenomenal. Unfortunately, these have been discontinued. They had a really short production life. It was only like 4 years or something, and they've since been replaced with the Lithonia ELM4L and ELM6L. Hopefully those are just as good in quality compared to the ELMLT. I don't have any currently, but hopefully one day I will get my hands on some and we'll see how well they are in comparison. But yeah, very nice emergency light. It looks like the Lithonia ELM2 third generation. It has the same body style, but it's pretty much an improved version. Of course, it's LED and it's very, very bright, but the mounting bracket's a little bit different. Instead of the traditional mounting bracket that the ELM2s had, where you kind of hinge it on and snap it down, this one you just press against the mounting bracket and it connects. So it takes a lot of headache away, which is nice because sometimes I even get frustrated with the ELM2 like hinge brackets. But anyways, it also has self-diagnostics. You can see down there it has 3 different colors. It will flash and change too, which we will look at that a little bit later on in this video. Again, very, very bright. I forget how many lumens it is, so I will put it on screen for you to know about. These emergency lights also look identical to Lithonia's ELM6 LED, which came around the same time as the ELMLT, and it also was discontinued pretty shortly, just like the ELMLT. But again, they are very similar looking, but the ELMLT is like the premium version, and then the ELM6 LED is like the lower end version. And I say lower end very lightly. It's not a cheap emergency light. It's very nice quality too. But the ELMLT has a lithium iron phosphate battery, while the ELM6 LED has a lead acid battery. And there's less options to choose from with the ELM6 LED. I don't think it had self-diagnostics, and then some other features too, while the ELMLT does. But yeah, both of these emergency lights, the ELMLT and the ELM6 LED, were both replaced by the ELM4L and ELM6L. So again, I don't know much about those emergency lights. I don't have one, but I'd like to get one. So anyways, enough of my rambling. Let's give this emergency light a test. And here it is in emergency mode. Very, very bright, extremely bright. And it has a great appearance too. You can see the flashing green means it's in test. And yeah, super bright, which we will see more of this later in emergency mode when we shut off all the power. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the test. Now you can see the LED is yellow, which means it is charging the battery. But yeah, it's a great emergency light. This particular one has expanded runtime and or remote capacity. I guess it's more or remote capacity if you want to hook up remote heads or have it last longer in a power outage. And now it's back to green. But anyways, yeah, great emergency light, very, very high quality. One of my favorite modern emergency lights, I'd say. And it's too bad these were discontinued so soon. The power has been cut and we are now in emergency mode. Here's the Lithonia ELMLT doing a fantastic job. It is very, very bright. Something interesting is you can see the indicator down here is blinking yellow, which means it's in emergency operation. This is the only emergency light that I know of that has some sort of indication that it's in emergency mode. Every other emergency light out there, just the indicator turns off. But this one doesn't, so I guess that's kind of neat. You can tell if the emergency light is in self-test mode or if it's actually in emergency mode. So pretty interesting. Over here